The one-year anniversary of the Taliban not only marked the group's taking over Afghanistan, but also the restrictions on women's rights and freedom of expression in the Afghan state. In the most recent incident, Taliban fighters violently dispersed a rear assembly in the Afghan capital while beating Afghan women demonstrators and firing into the air. About 40 female protesters marched in front of the Afghan Ministry of Education, calling for work, freedom and bread. A report.
In a rare sight on the streets of Kabul, several dozen women protested against the Taliban rule and chanted slogans, "Justice, justice, we are fed up with ignorance." Marching in front of Afghanistan's education ministry, they demanded bread, work and freedom. But their protest was violently interrupted by the Taliban members, firing into the air. The women ran for safety in the nearby shops, where they were chased and bitten by the Taliban with their rifle butts.
He shoot on us. They shoot on us.
The protest came just 2 days before the Taliban marked its first year in power.
نگرانی ما خیلی زیاد است. از نظر که ببینیم ما زیر فشار هستیم. نگرانی ما خیلی زیاد، به درس خود ادامه دادن نمیتونیم. اگر به درس خود ادامه هم داده بتونیم میگن این قسم باشین اقسم باشین. بسیار نگرانی ما زیاد است. زودتر از کدام شما بگوییم.
Taliban overthrew the elected government of Afghanistan last August, established a Stone Age regime with barbaric laws, and reversed centuries of women's achievement. They imposed a primitive government with brutal rules and undid centuries of progress for women. The hardliners deprived millions of women of their right to education, ousted tens of thousands of women from government jobs, and banned their businesses and all sorts of activism. Today they have plunged Afghan women into the dark ages again, and women in the country have even lost the right to life. In March, the Taliban went back on their promise to allow girls to attend high schools, claiming they would remain closed until a plan was developed that would allow them to reopen in conformity with Islamic law. Afghan women have also been banned from traveling alone and can only visit public gardens and parks in the capital on days separate from men. In May this year, the country's supreme leader and chief of the Taliban, Hibatullah Akhundzada, even ordered women to fully cover themselves in public, including their faces, ideally with an all-encompassing burqa. At first, a few Afghan ladies protested modestly by pushing back against the limits. However, the Taliban quickly apprehended the ringleaders, incarcerated them without charge, and kept them under house arrest.
خب ایجاب اسلامی هم نظر ایجاب تمام بدن که از به اتفاق علما فرض است بالای زنا، اما ایجاب روی کسی مسئله اتفاقی نیست، اختلافی است که نظر ای برمیگرده به عرف و عادات مردم که چه قسم عرف و عادات مردم است. اگر فتنه به اوجش رسیده بود درست است ایجاب روی هم فرض میشه. اگر فتنه نبود آزار اذیت نمیشدن دخترها، ایجاب روی فرض نیست. هر کس به دلخواه خود میتونه که هر قسم ایجاب کنه، اما ایجاب بدن فرض است.
A century ago, the women in Afghanistan were free. They enjoyed the right to education, right to political participation, and the right to movement. Even in the 1970s, in Kabul's universities, women made up more than 60% of students, and they were equally represented in several public institutions. Under the Taliban rule, the rights of women and girls have worsened. Additionally, Afghanistan is in the midst of a severe humanitarian and economic catastrophe, where previously there was hope with women having a key role in society. There is now starvation, destitution, and violence. It is so difficult to imagine how much has changed for so many in such a short period of time. Afghan women are repeatedly urging the international community to step in and support the women in war-torn country.